What's going on, Elevate family? Okay, so I did a little project over the weekend for you guys, and I made a project or a portfolio tracker. So you can input your trades, and it can basically auto formulate for you and track your progress throughout each week, throughout each month, and keep a running total of your percent and your dollar value gains and losses over the entire year. So everybody knows that we had a few members kind of struggling a few days ago and over trading and making some newbie mistakes, and they were losing some money and losing their portfolio. So I thought this would be a good exercise to show you that even with a small portfolio, a small account, you can still make money and make good money. You don't have to make money every single day. You don't have to catch every single trade. You don't have to catch the tops and bottoms in every single trade. The goal is to just simply make money. So this is what I did. So this is April here, and let's say last Thursday, I think Wednesday or Thursday of last week is when we had this big talk, and it really helped a lot of members to ease their mind from some of the mistakes that they were making, so that they know that they're not alone. Everybody does it. So, and I understand that a lot of us, a lot of members, a lot of new members especially, are new to trading in general, and they don't have big portfolio amounts. So what I did was I created a new Scout portfolio or whatever, and I started it with about $500. That's really like $508 because I didn't know how much the fees would be to transfer. So I just sent like $510 to an exchange, and it was really only like $1 or $2 in fees. So it was at 508. So I started right here on the 23rd, and this was last Thursday. So we're talking already in a matter of 4 days. So you can see that I input how much money I made on that day. Okay, so all you do is you just come in here, and on any day that you make money or make profit or even lose profit, you just input how much you make, and it automatically calculates for you. So it automatically adds up for that total week. So let's say now that I made $167 or 33% of my starting balance just that week. And then you can track your trades over here. So I put what coin I was in, the pair, the dates, my entry and exit points. Now this delta, I had to put this delta in here as just a formula to calculate this percentage here. So don't worry about what the delta, it's auto, it'll do its thing as it is. So it's a 10 Satoshi difference basically. Okay, and then the leverage, I used a 4x leverage on that trade. And I put this spot here. So this spot basically is what it means is it was a 5% move of the coin. So from my entry to my exit, Matic moved 5%. Okay, and I had a 4x leverage on it, and then of course it gives me my percentage gain. So the position size, I just put all $500 in there at a 4x leverage. Okay, and then it auto calculates for me my dollar gain. It was $103 for about 20 to 21% of my portfolio, and then I just put that right there. So that's the only trade that I made last week to kind of play with this calendar and play with this account to show you guys how this can work. So that was the only trade that I made in those 3 days last week. Well, I'm sorry, Sunday. We can count today too. So in the last 4 days, I didn't make any money Friday, didn't make any money Saturday. Okay, no big deal. Again, this is an exercise to show you guys that you don't have to make money every single day to be profitable. Don't force trades. Take good, clear setups and let the trades come to you. Okay, so again, let's see, I was in TRX very, very briefly. You can see I entered at 190 Satoshi and exited. I just went ahead and dumped it for 1 Satoshi less because I wanted to pick up ZIL instead. Okay, so it was like a $12 loss there. Okay, no big deal. So ZIL, for example, and I put the date that I closed out my trade. So these were the two trades that I closed out on. Actually, I think this should probably be the 25th. No, we'll just leave that at the 26th for this exercise. Okay, so I initially picked up ZIL at 61 Satoshi, scalped it up to 64. Okay, I had a 4x leverage on it, and this was a 5% move as well. Okay, so it was a smooth, clear 20% profit, and this was my dollar amount gain. So I would input that right there, but you see that this says 290, and that's because I had another trade for ZIL also in that same day. So what I did was I scalped it from 60 to 64. Okay, and this was my profit, $115. So I went and took that profit plus my initial amount that I had invested in and put it all right back into the coin at 64 Satoshi, so I can kind of scalp some profit on top of profit. Okay, so then I set a sell overnight while I was asleep at 68 Satoshi, and I got hit. So I closed out that trade while I was sleeping for another 25% gain, and you see there is my profit. Okay, so those two added up right there. You can see down here at the bottom, I can just click here and hold the mouse down and grab those $2 values, and then down here at the bottom, hope you guys can see that mouse there, says my sum, so it's auto adding those for me. So $290.67, and I just put $290 in there. I'm not going to worry about getting too technical about the cents. Okay, so I input that there. So that is my profit for the last 4 days. I made $102 here. And again, this is with this $103 profit, this $12 profit, and this $13 loss right here. And you can see that added down there again, down here at the bottom. So I took that dollar amount and I stuck it right there. And it shows me my weekly profit for that week and my percent gain that week. And then my percent gain for today also. So now I have the rest of the day the rest of this coming up week to add in some other profits if I take other trades. I may not make any money tomorrow or Tuesday. I may make some money on Wednesday, and I make some money on Saturday. So let's say I make let's say I make $120 on Tuesday, and then Thursday again, let's say I make a great trade on Thursday, make $350. So now you see that it automatically adds up my dollar amount for the week, $76 or $760, excuse me. And of my my starting balance for the month was 150% profit. And then down here at the bottom, this is my total monthly profit percentage wise. So it's adding up the percent gains of the previous week, and it's adding up the dollar value of the entire month. So if I made $120 this coming Tuesday, and then I made a good trade on Thursday for $350, my total profit in just, let's say this 1 week would be $862. Okay, so my starting portfolio, my starting balance of this month was $508, and this is how much I would currently have in my portfolio to start the month of May with. Okay, so this is my year-to-date dollar gain. Now, since I started, obviously just right here on the 23rd of this month, it would calculate only just that month's profit and my year-to-date profit. Okay, so let me. So that's how you can get started with this, and you can input your trades over here. Please don't mess with these formulas. They will auto-calculate pretty much everything for you. Now, for some of you who take mini trades, you may not have enough room here. No big deal. So what you can do is you can just highlight this row, see this little green, oops, there's this little green box thingy right down here in this corner, okay? This is just for in case you're unfamiliar with Excel. Oh, what'd I just do? Okay, there we go. My bad, sorry. Hit a button. Okay, so if you take more trades than what's here and you're, you know, a high volume trader or whatever, and you take lots of trades and you need more space, just grab this and drag it down and it'll auto fill in those formulas for you. So all you do, and then you just come back through here and you just input your trades and keep tracking. No big deal. Easy peasy. Okay, so let me show you how this can help track your month-to-month goals or month-to-month gain and your yearly gains. Okay, so let's say I don't make any money at all this coming up week. Let's say I don't take any trades, I don't make any money. Okay, great. I made already 77% of my new Scout portfolio in 4 days. Okay, so I made about $392 in those last few days. So let's roll into May. Now, so let's say May is popping. Let's say we get some good trades in May. So let's say on the May we make $220. Oh, I'm sorry. First off, okay, so my current balance from April with all my profits, and I'm closing out the month of April. Let's just say it's $900. Okay, so when you go to each month, you'll see the starting balance will be blank. Okay. So I'm going to start in May, for example, with $900. Okay, and let's say, and it's showing me my current balance. Showing me my percent dollar gain with this trade. So this is automatically updating. Okay, so you can see $392, and that's what's carrying over from last month. Okay, so it's automatically going to keep up for it. So if I again were to make $250 on the 4th. And let's say I make $120 there. I'm just going to input some random numbers here, guys. Let's say it's a small, slow day there, small week there, $100. Let's say this is let's say that's a good day there. I'm going to say that's a good day there. And just, I don't know. We just killed it that third month there. And we made $1,350 profit that week alone. Okay, and then let's roll in 241. I don't know, I'm just making some random stuff up here. 367. Okay. So I just inputted some random numbers for the month of May, and you can see that it's adding up my profit for that week, and my percent again, this is 41% of my starting balance. Okay, so this is what I carried over from April. Okay, and then again I made 26% of my starting balance. Good week there, I made 150%. I made 76% that week, and this is my monthly total. So for the month of May, for example, I made 293% of my starting balance for that month. And this is my monthly profit in dollar amounts. Okay, so this is my year-to-date dollar gain. So what this is doing is it's adding my monthly profit from this month and my monthly profit from last month. So it's going to keep a running total. So if I come all the way down here to December, you can see that it's the same $3,000. Now again, if I were to make, input money for July, August, September, October, down here December, for all I know, this could be $30,000 or something. Okay, just for example. And same with the year-to-date gain. So I started using this spreadsheet, this tracker. I started it, here with $500, and at the end of May, it's showing me that I made 600% of my initial portfolio using this spreadsheet. So this is a great tool that you guys can use to track your trades. And again, don't forget to input here. You don't have to change the color red here for any losses. It's going to automatically do it for you. Okay, so let's say I took a trade on Algo against the Bitcoin pair. And let's put tomorrow's date. Okay. And let's say I entered, let's see, the price of algo right now is, let's just say 2,900. And let's just say I might have gotten stopped out or something, or I sold for a loss, and let's say 2,750. Let's say I'd sold for a loss there. And a leverage, let's say 4x leverage. Okay, so you see it automatically turned it red for me. Got to add that leverage in. If you're spot buying, by the way, real quick, if you're spot buying and you're not using a leverage, just use 1 for your leverage, because you see the spot buy. Okay, so it's automatically calculating what that move was in a spot and my percentage gain with the leverage. So if you use a 1, if you're not margin trading altcoins, it'll automatically calculate that at the same percentage of the spot and give you that dollar value. But since I had leverage on it, bam. Okay, so let's say that was a 5% move that went against me, and I had a 4x leverage, and I lost 21%. And let's say my position size here, let's see, what month is this? This is April. Let's say this was, let's say this was $700. Okay, so I lost $144 on that trade. And if you see right here on this last one, now it's giving me the accurate dollar value of the money that I've made on all the trades so far this month. So it's kind of doing that math for you. This position size, honestly, that's the only thing that I couldn't figure out. Granted, we're more than likely, if you're using a Bitcoin pair, then this isn't going to be $700. It's going to be like 0.234 Bitcoin or 0.5 Bitcoin or whatever. So you have to go to Google and do the Bitcoin to US dollar calculator, and input the amount of Bitcoin your position size was. So then it converts it to dollar value for you. I haven't found a way to accurately do that as far as using a Bitcoin value, because that means this spreadsheet would have to have a live calculator to basically just auto change that based on that day's price of Bitcoin. So this is going to be the only really math work that you're going to have to do here. Is you're just going to have to calculate how much of that dollar value you put in there yourself. Sorry guys, I couldn't figure out how to make that work. Okay, but anyways, for that example, yeah, so I took a trade on Algo. Let's say I got a bad entry and it dumped on me, went against me. Shows you my delta. It was minus 150 Satoshi. So it was a negative 5% move, and I lost 21% on that trade. My position size in that was $700, and I had a 4x leverage. So really, it was kind of like saying that I had $2,800 in that trade. Okay, so I lost $144. Now my total monthly gain is going to be $248. So let's say that was Monday, and let's say 144. We're going to get one more 4 in there. Thank you. Okay, and you see that automatically reflected that. So there it is, 248, 248. Okay, so I think that's a pretty neat little tool. So there's some input stuff that you got to do on your own, but it'll auto calculate and auto track this all on its own. So again, so it's June. Let's say we're making some bank. You take one trade that week in June. Bam, you make $1,200 and you step away. Let's say the next week you want to make you want to set a goal for yourself and just do $100. Oops, not $1,000. $100 a day. So you make your $100 a day goal and you step away. Okay, so let's do this. Actually, let's do this for the whole month of June. Oops. Messing up my colors. Spent a lot of time on those. Okay. So we made, you made your goal. Oops, it's 100. Thank you. Okay, so you made your dollar goal for that week, $100 a day. Why does that say 1,200? Thank you. Okay, and it auto calculates for you your starting balance. Let's just say it was 1,200 bucks. Okay, so that's why that percentage there. So let's say in May, oops, I'm sorry. So let's say we rolled over all of our profit from May into June, and this was 2630. Okay, so even setting a goal for yourself, $100 a day, so 15% profit that week because it was a shorter week, and 27, 27, 27. So you're averaging 27% per week on a $2,600 portfolio, and you can see that it's adding up, and your monthly profit is $2,800. That is that's still really good money. So if you add that up over a year, that really starts to compound and really starts to add up. And of course, you may have some days where you don't make $100, you make $150. So, and then some days you'll make a little bit less than $100 and make $80 or something, or whatever your goal is. It could be $1,000 a day, and then the next day you lose $200, and the next day you come back and hit a good win for $1,400 or something. So it's a good way to, kind of gauge and track yourself and track your portfolio. So you can see, what you're doing wrong, how much your money you're making, your percentage goals and whatnot. And then, like, say for April, so say like this losing trade here on Tron, and let's say I start filling in some more trades, and let's just say this whole row right here are all losing trades. Okay, so that'd be a good sign that, you know what, I had a bad week. We might want to set the rest of the week out. Let our mind reset and rest or whatever. So the starting balance each month. Okay, so let's say May. Again, we carried over all of our profit from April. So we're starting May off with $900. And let's say whatever profit we make, let's say we make $1,100 in May. So then we'd be starting June with $2,000. But let's say you want to take some of that money out and put it into your bank account. So let's say at going into June, you have $2,000 in your portfolio, and you want to take $500 out and send it to your bank so you can, buy groceries, pay down some bills. So you want to leave $1,500 into your into June. Okay, and then you just input that there, and it just keeps that running total for you. Okay, so then if I make $76, so now I'm going to make 5% on $1,500 on that trade. And you can see how it just kind of adds up and kind of plays with the numbers there to keep your running total. Okay, so I'm going to release this to you guys and let you guys play with it and let you guys track your goals, track your wins and your losses. So you can kind of see how much money you're actually making versus how much you're losing. See how much, over a month or 2 months, your overall percentage is doing by monthly. And since you started using this tracker, so if you start to slip up, you need to step away. And you can take money in and out of your portfolio. This is just a management tool. This is an Excel file, so it's not the Google version. So, and I did that so you guys can save it to your computers and you can use it offline even too, as you won't be able to access it if you lose internet connection or whatever. If you lose power at your house, but you can still close out a position on mobile. And not lose power. If you lose internet at your house for whatever reason, and you close out your position from your mobile app trader, and then you can still use your computer to track your trade and go ahead and document that. Okay, so that's that. So I'll release this the spreadsheet to you guys and let you guys play with it. And the goal again is to show you guys, even those with small portfolios, that with a good strategy and following good risk management, you can really, start to track your portfolio and you can make money. Because again, look, 1, 2, 3, 4 days since I started this, and I've already made 77% of that portfolio. And I've made, $400 on a small account in only 4 days. So I'm going to track this with you guys. And you guys can follow some of my trades. You can follow some of the alt calls if you want. And then, because we may not all follow the same coin. So you can input your own information there, or you can copy trade and follow the same trades that I make. And we can kind of make money alongside each other because we may not have the same entries and exits. I closed ZIL, for example, right here at 68 sats. One of you may, some of you may have closed at 67 Satoshi. So then it auto calculates, your dollar value. Okay, so I think it'll be a good exercise, especially given our conversation the other day where you guys are over trading, making mistakes, you're revenge trading, you're forcing trades, and it's actually causing you to lose money, and you panic and you get down to a low balance and you don't know what to do, how to get back up, you get your portfolio back up and whatnot. So this will be a good tool to use. So I'm going to release this to you guys. We'll play with it, and if you guys have any questions, shoot me a shout and we'll talk about it. Thanks.